Welcome back to Sun Crypto. In this video, I'm just going to give you a quick update regarding most alt like XRP, Nano, ADA, XLM, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Neo, right? So if you want me to cover any other alts, let me know down below the comment section. So we're going to start with Litecoin, right? This is a BTC pairing. So all the alts I'm going to be covering going to be versus BTC. So we're going to start with XRP. XRP is looking great when you take a look at this inverted head and shoulder, right? So we came back, retested, a couple of times and then got rejected. You can take a look at this area. We're most likely going to come back and retest it. That's the most bullish scenario I can see on for XRP. Let's say we break this area, we're most likely going to retest this area of almost all-time high, right? Versus BTC. So you're looking at another 60 to 65% gain if we break this area of neckline. So from the current price action, you would be looking at like a 120, right, percent gain from this price action. So the bearish scenario from XRP is that these moving averages, the 50 and then the 100, about to cross over. If you take a look at it in this area right here, it's turning bearish, right? But at any given time, price can send this EMA, this 50 EMA like to turn over, right, instead of crossing over. So at least for the short term. So let's take a look at Nano on BTC, Nano BTC on Binance. Nano BTC on Binance is getting to a very tight angle, and then price is both below the 50 EMA and then below this 100 EMA, right? So we could be expecting some severe price action once Nano get to this area of this triangle, right? So at least for the short term. So just anticipate Nano to get some either to move to the upside or to move to the downside. But the most probable scenario is that Nano to move to the upside, right? So that's what I'm expecting from Nano, at least for the short term. So when you take a look at the RSI, we're making this move right here. The RSI is a very undecided, kind of neutral, right around 40, 43 to 44. So let's go take a look at the MACD. The MACD is very undecided, so it's kind of bearish at the moment, but it's a good sign. At least we're below this histogram. So a crossover to the upside could create some great volatility, at least for the short term, right? If you get a crossover to the upside, we could get like a lot of volatility, at least for the short term, right? So let's take a look at another coin, right? XLM. XLM, we got a big sell-off from XLM. Already got this let's see, we already got this 40, let's see how much was it again from this area. We already got like a 40% to the downside, and then price is too far away from this 50 and 100 EMA. Most likely we're gonna come back and retest it, right? So what I'm expecting from XLM, XLM is not making any type of structure, right? What I'm expecting from XLM, at least for the short term, to come back, we tested 50 EMA. So if we price, let's say we're able to let's say if we are able to break this area of 50 EMA, you're most likely going to retest this area of 100 EMA, right? So, but you just have to remain very vigilant. So you take a look at the MACD, it's looking great. We already got this crossover, so XLM is the safest coin to buy right now. If you take a look at it, we got this clear crossover, right? But you just have to be very vigilant, and then not to get a fake out, right? So because price could come back, retest this area before it take off, right? So that's what I'm expecting, at least from XLM for the short term. Let's take a look at ADA. ADA BTC is also very bullish, but I don't see any type of bearishness on the ADA BTC, right? So the bullish scenario I'm expecting from ADA is that we're gonna get a one-to-one extension once we break this area of neckline, right? So you're looking at another 50%, at least another 50% gain once we break this area. Once we break this area, you would be looking at like a 36% gain, right? So if you buy from this area, you're looking at a 50% gain the next couple of months, right? It could take like 45 to 60 days, right? So it's very bullish. So at least for the short term, ADA is very bullish, right? So let's take a look at another coin, which is a Litecoin. Litecoin BTC is very interesting. We made this inverted head and shoulder like what the other alt are attempting to make. So we got this inverted head and shoulder right here. Already broke it. We got a clear breakout, right? So it's very interesting. So we could be looking at like price to come back, at least retest this area, right, of neckline. This area, it might not get back to this area of neckline, but we could be retesting this area of neckline and then actually make a fifth wave, right? Because Litecoin is making a 5 waves structure, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's what I'm expecting from Litecoin. So Litecoin is actually extremely bullish. We could see like some sell-off, very, very short, right? Come back, make some fake out, and then price gonna be like that, and then it's gonna take off. So that's what I'm expecting from Litecoin, at least for the short term. To roughly right around 0.015, right? So to tap out right around 0.05. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is also making some type of inverted head and shoulder, but this one is pretty ugly. So, but if you want to ignore the inverted head and shoulder, you would be looking at a 1-to-1 extension from this ABC correction, right? So basically this is a A correction. I'm expecting another, B correction to the upside. So we got A, B, and C. That's what I'm expecting, at least from Ethereum. This is going to be a 1-to-1 extension, right? So from 0 to A, B to C, right? It's going to be a 1-to-1 extension at least, right? So you would be looking at a almost 30% gain, right, from this price action, right? So you take a look at the MACD. Ethereum looking like very bullish versus BTC. We already got this crossed over, this MACD crossed over, right? So you could be looking at like Ethereum at least, getting a clear breakout, come back test or something like that, and then fall back down, right? So that's what I'm expecting from Ethereum, at least for the short term. At least for the short term, we could be expecting like Ethereum with a 30% breakout, right, versus BTC. The next like 45 to 30 days, right? So at the same time, we got this crossover. These are MACDs, most likely not the MACD, but these are EMAs. We got a crossover on the MACD, but these EMAs most likely this one gonna come back right here, and then this one gonna fall right here. So that's what I'm expecting from Ethereum, at least for the short term. Let's take a look at Neo. Neo BTC is making like a very a clear move. Also, we got a 3-wave to the upside. We're expecting like this we got this small ABC correction, and then we're expecting another 3 waves to the upside, right? So we got ABC. I'm expecting another A, B, C to the upside, right? That's what I'm expecting. So from this price on, from this area, if we come back, retest this 50 EMA, because Neo is actually like very overextended to me, at the current state of the bear market. To be above this 100 EMA is kind of like dangerous. Start to buy Neo, right? So you want to be buying like below this at or below this 50 EMA. That's the best price to be buying, right? Below this 50 EMA, just like that, right? You could be buying from this area right here, and then once you get this crossover, you just wait for the price to do what it's supposed to do, right? So at least for the short term, I'm expecting a C wave to the upside, which is like roughly 30%, right, from this if Neo come back, retest this 50 EMA. So if you like the content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and let me know what you think down below. If you think like, if you see like some more sell-off coming in, or if you think like the market has already bottomed out, right? So thank you for watching.